Welcome to our today's story of how to handle a broken soul. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a man named Elias. He was known to all as a recluse, someone who shunned the company of others and kept to himself. Elias bore the scars of a troubled past, his soul wounded by the painful memories that haunted him. But little did the villagers know, his damaged soul held a worth beyond measure. Elias had once been a promising artist, his paintings capturing the beauty and emotion of the world around him. But tragedy struck when a fire consumed his home and studio, destroying all his work and leaving him with burns that marred his once handsome face. The loss of his art and the physical pain he endured left Elias shattered, and he withdrew from the world, hiding his disfigured visage beneath a heavy cloak. As the years passed, rumors and whispers spread throughout the village about the mysterious recluse who dwelled in solitude. Some spoke of his supposed curses, while others felt a sense of pity for the man who had been robbed of his talents and his looks. Few dared to approach his secluded cottage, and those who did were met with silence or a swift dismissal. One day, a young girl named Lila arrived in the village. She was an orphan, her spirit as battered as Elias's soul. Abandoned by her parents and tossed from one uncaring relative to another, Lila had learned to build walls around her heart. But despite her tough exterior, her eyes still held a glimmer of hope, a faint light that refused to be extinguished. Lila's curiosity led her to the outskirts of the village, where she spotted Elias's cottage. Ignoring the warnings of the villagers, she approached the door and knocked gently. The door creaked open, revealing Elias's scarred face. Lila wasn't taken aback. Instead, she smiled warmly and introduced herself. "I heard you're an artist," she said. "Would you show me your paintings?" Elias hesitated, his damaged soul wary of opening up to another person. But there was something about Lila's sincerity that touched him. He led her inside and unveiled a hidden room filled with canvases, some charred at the edges from the fire. As Lila gazed at the vibrant strokes of color and emotion, she felt a connection to the artist's soul. "These are incredible," she whispered, her voice filled with genuine admiration. Over time, Lila became a frequent visitor to Elias's cottage. They would spend hours talking about art, life, and their shared experiences of pain and loss. Lila's presence slowly chipped away at the walls Elias had built around his heart, and he began to share stories of his past, his dreams, and the demons that haunted him. One day, Lila had an idea. She suggested that Elias hold an art exhibition in the village, showcasing his paintings to the world. At first, Elias balked at the idea, his damaged soul fearing the judgment and rejection of others. But Lila's unwavering belief in his worth convinced him to give it a try. The village buzzed with anticipation as word of the upcoming art exhibition spread. Some were skeptical, unable to believe that the reclusive Elias could produce anything of value. Others were intrigued, curious to see what lay behind the doors of the cottage they had avoided for so long. When the day of the exhibition arrived, Elias's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. As the villagers filed in, he watched their reactions closely. To his surprise, the initial skepticism gave way to awe and appreciation. Gasps of admiration filled the air as they marveled at the raw emotion and beauty captured in his paintings. Lila stood by Elias's side, her eyes filled with pride. "See," she whispered, "your damaged soul still holds immeasurable worth. You've touched so many with your art." Elias's damaged soul began to heal that day, not because of the praise he received, but because he realized that his pain and his past did not define him. He had found a kindred spirit in Lila, someone who saw beyond his scars and brokenness. And through their connection, he had discovered that he could still bring beauty and meaning into the world. The art exhibition marked a turning point for both Elias and the village. The once isolated recluse became a respected member of the community, his damaged soul now a source of inspiration rather than a cause for fear. He continued to paint, pouring his heart and soul onto the canvas, each stroke a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Lila, too, found her place in the village, her presence a reminder that even those with damaged souls could find purpose and belonging. She had shown Elias that his worth was not determined by his past or his appearance, and in return, he had taught her that her own worth was not diminished by her painful experiences. As seasons changed and time flowed forward, Elias and Lila's bond grew stronger. They continued to inspire each other, their shared experiences serving as a foundation of understanding and support. The village prospered, not just from Elias's art, but from the profound lesson he and Lila had taught them about the inherent worth of every soul. Elias's art exhibitions became regular events, eagerly anticipated by the villagers and even drawing visitors from neighboring towns. Each painting told a story of pain, of healing, and of the beauty that can emerge from the depths of a damaged soul. People marveled not just at the technical skill displayed in the art, but at the emotional journey it conveyed. One painting, in particular, caught the attention of a wealthy art collector from the city. The collector was captivated by the raw vulnerability and the resilience evident in Elias's work. He approached Elias after an exhibition, expressing a desire to showcase his paintings in a prestigious art gallery. It was an opportunity that Elias had never imagined, and though his damaged soul still carried traces of doubt, he agreed. The gallery exhibition was a resounding success. Elias's paintings spoke to a wider audience, resonating with individuals who had their own struggles and battles to overcome. The art critic hailed Elias's work as a revelation, praising the depth of emotion and the unique perspective he brought to the canvas. Elias's damaged soul had touched not only his village but now a much larger world. The recognition and success, however, did not change Elias or Lila. They remained grounded, continuing to live in their village, using the proceeds from Elias's art to support community projects and initiatives. They opened an art center where children from all walks of life could come and express themselves through various art forms, a place where damaged souls could find healing through creativity. Elias's fame also brought an unexpected reunion. One day, a visitor arrived at the village, a woman with a warm smile and eyes that held a hint of familiarity. She introduced herself as Clara, Elias's sister, who had been separated from him after the tragic fire that had changed their lives forever. The siblings embraced, their damaged souls finding solace in each other's presence after years of separation. Clara's arrival added a new layer to Elias's story. She had thought him lost to the fire, just as he had believed her to be. Together, they shared their memories, filling in the gaps of the years they had spent apart. Clara had carried the weight of guilt for not being there when Elias needed her the most, while Elias had mourned the loss of his family without realizing that a part of it still existed. In the years that followed, the village became a haven for those seeking refuge and renewal. People with their own damaged souls were drawn to the place where Elias and Lila had shown that scars did not diminish one's worth. The village became known as a sanctuary of healing, a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and the belief in the inherent value of every individual. And so, the story of Elias and Lila, two damaged souls, came full circle. Their journey had not only transformed their own lives but had touched the lives of countless others. They had turned their pain into a source of strength, their scars into symbols of hope. The legacy they left behind was not just a collection of beautiful paintings, but a living testament to the boundless worth that resides within every human soul. As time marched on, the memory of Elias and Lila lived on in the village and beyond. Their story was passed down from generation to generation, a reminder that no matter the trials one faces or the wounds one carries, there is always the potential for healing, growth, and the creation of something beautiful. And in the hearts of those who heard their tale, the damaged souls of Elias and Lila continued to shine brightly, a beacon of light guiding others on their own journeys of self-discovery and redemption.